And that makes it 7-zip Oakland. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Now this one into the hands of the tight end, Hayden Hurst. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on third down conversions to start this thing. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on fourth down. Here we go on fourth down with Murray. And this is incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. 27. A first carry for Christian McCaffrey, who made his first Pro Bowl last year. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Now a give, right side McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
A first down throw for Prescott. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. Second and 3.
Hey, 47. Hey, we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving. Check 3, check 3. Kill. Watch twitch. Let it roll.
On the ground, McCaffrey. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, third and 1.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. They'll run with a third-year man. This is Tariq Cohen. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Hey, switch gears, switch gears. We're going to 54.
Now Prescott. The screen pass here to Cohen. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. From 4 yards out. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Myers connects on the PAT. And it's now 14-0. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They
weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the first down run. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football. Let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
Taking matters into his own hands, and he picks up 4 yards and a first down. Some early fireworks from this rookie quarterback getting the start in week 1.
And every time a rookie quarterback gets to start week 1, you and I both know the extra attention that comes with it. We know that he's going to throw the football, but will he make the right decisions? And in this case, with his legs, he showed the defense there's an extra dynamic to his game.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Back to the air on 2nd down, it's Murray. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 17-yard line. Broncos with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. Now it's Barkley. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. That's something we saw over and over again in Barkley's rookie season. He had 91 catches last year, most ever by a rookie running back. Part of a fantastic rookie campaign that saw him go over 2,000 total yards. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jones.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. They'll run with McCaffrey. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 19-yard line.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Broncos nothing.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. McCaffrey on the counter. Got some room at the 30. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Christian McCaffrey, 81 yards. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Well called, well blocked, and then he just made a great play. That was an athlete going a long way.
Yeah, how about the suddenness, too, of just getting there and taking off and going? For the defensive guys, plays like that really hurt.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
From the 29, Murray. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Partner, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with, some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting the 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now. To throw on third down, Murray escaping the pressure right. He may try. Oh, now Murray has it stripped. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. If the ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down. On first down, Barkley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game. And that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
On second and 11 now, Murray. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle. And he gets this to the 48, but no further. Well short of the line to gain. Well, the Broncos had 15 fourth down conversions last year, most in the NFL, and they're going here. They do go for it. It's Murray. That's caught over the middle by Hurst. 20, 10, and all the way home for a Broncos score. Hayden Hurst, 52 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Down 3 scores already. This game was really in danger of getting away from them. They needed a drive like that, especially on the road.
Not only to calm themselves, but maybe tamp down the crowd a little bit, because everything was against them. As you noted, this game could have gotten away from them very easily, but instead, the calming drive, now they have a little bit more confidence. Okay, we're back in it. All right, we're ready to go. That was impressive.
And the defense now needs to reciprocate.
Let's go.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Second and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Looking to throw on second down. Prescott nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Shaquille Barrett put that sack by his name in the stat sheet.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And instead, they want to throw it off play action. Going deep downfield for Ross. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Denver has the 1st down, the play going for 15 yards.
Now, that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
From the 39, Murray. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. He went backwards there 8 yards, and it brings up 3rd down. Well, that last completion certainly not what they were hoping for, as now they'll try to convert on 3rd. He's going to... This is caught inside the 15. Give him 32 on the play.
It's a gain of 32. 1st down, Denver.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Coming to you, coming to you. Come on, baby. Let's go.
And we remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll hand things off to the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have a look back at a very intriguing opening weekend in the NFL. Throwing now is Murray. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Murray looks to throw again, 2nd and 10. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to keep it here. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
Check, 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 check. Check, check, check.
On 3rd down, Barkley. And they will get to him at the 7 and stop him short of the 1st down marker. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down. Murray and company going for it on 4th. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Raider D, they get the football back. Well, that's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th. And we've seen him do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. If this defense wants to stay in this ball game, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
Here's McCaffrey. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on third down. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. It was Minkah Fitzpatrick that time to break that one up.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
At the 43-yard line.
Ready? Take the Pittsburgh. Here we go, D. All day. Defense, all day.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. This will be caught by Brown. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Now Murray off play action, rolling to his right. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. N'Keal Harry, the rookie, his intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Murray again, 2nd and 10. There's the first NFL catch for South Carolina's Deebo Samuel. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Murray being chased out left. He can run for it, and he will. Kyler Murray, 1,000-yard rusher as a quarterback in his Heisman campaign at Oklahoma. He's got the first down. First down, Murray. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This will be, 38 yards out. And this is no good. Close but no cigar, just wide right. So we have reached halftime here in the final game of opening weekend 2019. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Shaquille Barrett, his 2nd sack of the night. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Play fake. Here's Prescott. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner, forget starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Forced out to his left. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
They're running it.
Murray now, 3rd and goal. Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. He opted to go with his scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a first down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you'll see a lot of guys sag, and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. The third quarter has not been kind to them. After they built that lead at intermission, they've seen that lead shrink.
And how much of that is simply execution? How much of that is maybe you lose your edge a little bit because you've got a lead? And you do have to credit the other team some because they've made some adjustments to start to slow them down. Can they find those counters now, those extra plays or plays they haven't run that'll be effective and get them back moving again?
They'll be looking, accelerating, and off he goes. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Christian McCaffrey. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the numbers. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
We're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. They'll run on first down. Barkley, and a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
On 2nd and 11 now. Murray going to throw deep for the end zone. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Hayden Hurst. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Broncos get a bit closer. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go. Go right in. Here we go. Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move. Check.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
You got it. You got it.
And if you like defensive football, focus on the defensive end on this play. He does everything exactly right. Reads the play, and makes sure he spills it for a small gain.
Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Devin Bush coming in hard that time on the blitz, and he gets him down. It's a loss of 4. Another try after the first down sack. Prescott, that's complete to DK Metcalf. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
27, 26, 26.
On 2nd down and 4. Prescott, and tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1.
Here we go, 46, 45, 26.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And it's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. John Ross there to make the grab. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a...
Now Barkley stripped of the football, and the Raiders pick it up. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10.
Here we go, 47. Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist, 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 twist. 26.
Off the play fake, Prescott. The 20. Got a man open, it's Ross. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. He got 29 yards that time. Prescott now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Prescott from the gun. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the forced fumble defensively leads to 6 points for the Raiders.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Let's get this. Watch it. Here we go, 46.
At the 40-yard line.
56.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
We're going to 54. 1 47. 26.
Prescott to throw it. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. John Ross with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead will swell by 1 more. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big.
And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack. The defensive player of the year, Aaron Donald. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Murray with a 3rd and long. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
In hand, the scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2000...
It's caught inside the 25. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. DK Metcalf with his first career touchdown in his first career game, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Myers connects on the PAT, and that will extend this big lead. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Throwing on first down is Murray. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. That's Jonah Williams, the 11th overall pick back in April. He was actually the first lineman taken. He's the guilty party. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Got a man, it's Brown. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
A 10-yard pickup.
Barney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, we're going to sell the go. Just go. Well, let's see who's faster.
Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Throwing is Murray on third down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Tyrann Mathieu, normally known for the pass coverage, this time a sack.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the fourth quarter?
Hold a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. Know what it says?
What?
Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance, where they took control of this game, how they've managed to keep control of this game, and then we go ahead and think about how we're going to leave here and get to the airport. In a lopsided blowout, the roads are usually open.
First down, a run with Cohen. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
A loss of 1. It's now third down and 6.
On third down, it's Prescott. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 18. Prescott, of course, the former fourth-round pick back in 2016, started all 48 games in his first 3 years in the NFL, and now making start number 49 to kick off 2019. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week 1. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in week 1. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want. But there carries a little extra pressure with that as well, because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
Yeah, two sides to that coin, and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Second and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Murray going to throw. It's complete to Brown, right side. The Broncos on third down. Just a 20% success rate at 2 of 10. This time they face a 3rd and 2. That's caught over the middle by Hurst. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Bronco football as we get your reset here. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
58's the Mike. 58's the Mike. 65, 65. 65.
Murray now on first down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. He was looking for the rookie A.J. Brown there. And that'll bring up 2nd down. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Murray looks to throw again, 2nd and 10. Throw complete to the tight end, Morgan. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down. Again, they'll throw with Murray. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he needed to get to the midfield stripe, but he can't do it. He's about a yard short. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
To throw is Murray. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. A nice move he had, but can't break away. And he's brought down just inside the 30. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. Throwing again on 2nd down. Murray. He's got it. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Now Bullock to add the extra point. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play.
Raiders 63, Broncos 24.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 30.
So this one, a